20 years ago this month, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. My divorce was finalized and I lost my job. And I'm thankful for all of those things, even breast cancer.
Hey ladies, welcome back to my Fierce Aging series. So today we are kicking off our month of breast cancer awareness with our fabulous guest all the way from Kentucky, 71 years old. Amy is joining us, sharing her story, and it's actually a really wonderful time for her to be sharing her story. At 20 years this month, she's been cancer-free. So we learned wonderful things about Amy. She's sharing with you her wisdom, her mantras, and we create a beautiful glam look since we have so much to celebrate. And ladies, are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. "20 years ago,
Yes.
you were diagnosed
Yes.
with breast cancer.
Yes.
How old were you?
51.
51. You lost your job.
Yes.
And what was the last thing?
Got my divorce was finalized.
And you got a divorce finalized.
So in Kentucky, because of the horse racing metaphor, I always call it my triple crown of disaster. Really. It was like on my knees, what the hell? I would say the F word, but really? And every one of those things has come to serve me.
So that's incredible. And we wanted to really feature for October our breast cancer survivors.
Right.
So at 51, can you take us back and tell us how you felt? Where did you go in for a mammogram? Was it your routine or how'd that happen?
Totally routine mammogram and maybe TMI, but I had implants. So we all know that mammograms and implants are sometimes tricky because of the density. They were 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
When we did the mammogram, and they saw it was basically little postcards as abnormal mammogram, come back in 6 months. And what they had seen was, one, an astute radiologist, calcifications, which are just teeny little white dots of calcium.
Right.
But they're also many times related to changing cells, which is always the MO for cancer. So 6 months go back, they've changed. Now we're going to do a biopsy. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm blessed. It was basically pre-stage 1. Caught it completely early.
So did you go and have mammograms every year?
Yes.
Like clockwork?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. No history in my family. And I have a theory about that. My theory is my own theory. That's what 20s birth control pill, probably 7 or 8 years. 30s couldn't get IVF. Got married when I was 37. I don't know why I got married, but I did. So couldn't have kids. And then in my 50s, I went into adopted both my children. It was fabulous. They're 25 and 28. And then in my 50s, tamoxifen after the chemo, but also HRT. I feel like 3 consecutive decades of pummeling because I have no history. And that's my own theory is, maybe there's some, but the underlying thing I believe is pummeling my body with hormones.
Yeah, I think people have more knowledge because of the internet now and people talking about their experiences and sharing with the ladies really what happened to you and what your theory is. And there's no right or wrong. I mean, that's personally what you think. You made it through that at 51. Now, before that though, take me back to 1988 when you co-founded a company.
I had worked always in commercial interior design. And so I had been working with a furniture dealer early in my career and had met these guys who had an idea. So 4 of us started the business in 1988. And then that was 10 years. We probably didn't do our homework in the marketplace, and Louisville, Kentucky was not a place that could really embrace and accept that concept. So we all kind of splintered to the winds, and I ended up going to work for another company starting in interior design. Then in 2004, for whatever reason, they wanted to get rid of me. To this day, I don't know why. Then I go to my attorney because I had to file for unemployment. And he said, start your own company. And I'm like, that first, I can't. And he said, yes, you can. I'm like, I need a name. And he's like, how about Amy Wilson Ely, LLC? And I was just I'm like, whatever. I wanted to come up with some creative name. Here you are. See, he said, you are your product. You are what people know. You are what people want.
Right. So what kind of advice do you have for our ladies out there that have just received the news of being diagnosed with cancer or going through chemo or radiation? As a survivor of 20 years this month, what kind of advice would you give to them to be an encouragement? Now, you had two mantras that you said that you focused on. Can you share those with us?
Absolutely. Firstly, trust your doctors. I ended up having just a conventional mammogram, and they spotted some things. And from there, the solution was fast and permanent. So get your mammograms, ladies, every year. The mantras that I created, two of them, are trust the journey. Even if that journey has cancer in it, it's still worth it. And always, why did this happen for me, not to me, for me? Because you'll always find a reason. So those would be my two pieces of advice.
I think that's wonderful. Give the ladies 3 words that describe you.
Sassy, funny, and humble. Can I do a fourth?
Yes.
Grateful.
Wonderful. So I'm excited. We're going to do, as you request, a glam look because it's a celebration today for this month.
Yes.
And we're going to just do it up. We're going to make you look fabulous, and you're going to just really enjoy this makeup tutorial. So I'm going to take a little Caudalie. This is a micellar water. I just put a little on my Shiseido cotton, and I'm going to just cleanse the skin really quickly before we go into the moisturizer. I'm going to be using the La Mer. This is the Hydrating Infused Emulsion. It's very lightweight, and when it's very humid and hot here, it's really nice to have something that moisturizes but doesn't weigh down the skin. I'm going to prep Amy's lips prior to doing anything. I want this to basically really set up and moisturize those lips before we get on the lip liner and the lipstick. I'm going to start off first by priming the eyes. I'm going to use my angled concealer brush. This is a really nice brush that's dense and angled at the top. It's going to pick up the eye primer. And this is the step you really want to do if you have discoloration on your eyes. If you have the reds, the blues, you just want to really neutralize this out. I don't know anyone that's over 40 that doesn't have pigmentation on the eyes. So we're going to just neutralize it out. You want your eyeshadow to stay true all day long. So this is how you're going to get that. Just a little side note, ladies, I do put on sunscreen, but under hot lights, I don't need to keep adding multiple layers when we are doing this for the cameras for you to see the technique, the placement, etc. But I am a big advocate of SPF. You know, I have sunscreen police in my comments. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows we do use sunscreen. I do advocate for sunscreen, but at this time, when we're doing this makeup tutorial, it's not one of the steps that I include, but you do want to add that into your routine. I think we all know that. We're just really showing application techniques and colors and placement. So just wanted to make sure we highlighted that. I'm going to be taking our Rewrite the Rules palette. It has 2 little brushes that come in here that I designed for you. I wanted you to be able to use this on the go. In case you forgot your essential makeup brush kit, you can apply your eyeshadow. So this is an all matte palette called Rewrite the Rules. And I felt that that was really very in touch with what Amy's story is she's rewriting the rules. She really did rewrite the rules in a lot of different decades of her life. So I thought we were going to really glam this up. We're going to start off with our flat eyeshadow brush. This is coming out of my essential makeup brush kit. All the brushes have the names of the brushes on the handle, so you never get confused. This is a really great way to have a concise, not too much, you get overwhelmed. I've had ladies come in and roll out the whole, like 30 brushes, and they don't even know which ones to use. I just wanted you to have what you needed and not to overwhelm you. So we're gonna go into the middle color here. We're going to do the eyelid with this color. These are nice and creamy mattes. These are talc-free, they're fragrance-free, they're paraben-free. They are just really, really beautiful. And I wanted them to be able to really be able to kind of just smooth on the eyelid. I didn't want you to have a hard time with applying this. I know you have strong brew. So this is something that's going to be a little bit different for you. We're going more in the coolers with the grays instead of having strong brew in the neutrals. I'm going to go in with the bone color, the lightest color in the palette, on the other side of the brush, and I'm going to dust the brow bone. Going in with the darkest color, this is my short smudge brush. It's going to pick up more color because it's a dense brush. So what I want to do is I want to give this more of a smoky look. So I'm right at the base of the lashes. Amy has a little bit of permanent makeup left on an eyeliner. That's all right. We're just going to go right over it, and we're going to just sweep this up on the end, just like that. And then I'm going to go back after I put the lashes on to see where I want to put more color. I know I'm going to want to put more color up here because we have just a little bit of hooding right here. I want to bring it up. So you're going to see placement once I get the lashes on, because those are going to give me that fringe and darkness. So I don't want to go overboard yet. Now, if you feel that you have a little too much with the shadow right now, you can go back with your eyeshadow blending brush. I'm just going to sweep this down just to make it a little bit softer. It might look like a very large eyeliner, if you will, with the powder, but it's not going to be because of those lashes. And again, we're going for a glam look. I'm going to bring up this other side in a minute because it's going to match this side here. I went up just a little bit here in this area of crease, and I didn't do it on this side. So we want to make sure at least they are matching. And then I'm just going to take the eyeshadow blending brush. You can see right here, it just nicely, just softly blends out this shadow. I'm going to be taking our charcoal waterproof eyeliner. These are nice and smooth, which is what I really wanted for older eyes. Instead of taking a pencil and dragging it across and feeling like it's just pulling your eyelid with it, these are really nice, soft and creamy. The key here, ladies, is to, if you're using a hard pencil and you're used to that, and you move over to my pencils that are nice and creamy and smooth, it will be a little bit of a learning curve because you don't have to have that much pressure. And you're going to see as I'm doing this, I'm just taking little strokes. It's very, very pigmented. If you press down too hard, yes, you're going to get a lot of eyeliner on the eyelid. So it is a little bit more of a technique working with a softer pencil, but your eyeliner, your eyes are going to thank you for using something soft and not pulling and tugging on them. I'm going to just balance out the eyeliner with going right underneath, just like this. I'm going to go right into just right before the waterline. I'm going to take my short smudge brush. I'm just going to smudge underneath the eyeliner. She has a little bit of the permanent makeup left, so it's nice that I can kind of mix this together and have that really nice, just soft line underneath the eyes. We're taking the Volume Up mascara. This is going to be wonderful for getting all of those little baby lashes. You said that too, that your lashes changed when you went through.
They disappeared.
They did. So this is going to be nice because this little wand, I designed it for those baby lashes. So it really will grab at that base and it will just get every single lash that usually a wand would roll over and the formula would not give you that beautiful look. You can see that it literally lifts the lid. So it's grabbing those lashes, pulling them all out. That's how you're getting every single little baby lash that's at the root. I'm going to be taking my Ardell 420s. They're called Naked Lashes, and I'm going to measure to see if I need to cut them down and customize them for Amy. But this is such a beautiful look to put on lashes, and it was a request. Amy did request these. I said, of course, we're going to be putting lashes on you today. So we're going to meet you back after we put on one so you can see the difference, and then we will continue with the makeup tutorial. So I did this eye here. You can see how we're not adding more eyeliner. We just added the lashes that give you that look that you've added more darkness to the eye. It's so beautiful, so light. You get the fringe, and you can see what a dramatic difference it makes for just having more of those lashes, more of that kind of glamorous look, but yet still very approachable. Now that we have the lashes on, we're going to jump up to the brows and we're going to perfect those. So I picked out my soft gray skinny brow pencil. So this is a very fine tip, so I can make those nice brow strokes. And on the other side, you have a spoolie. It's just a little comb. So I like to use it if I feel like the color kind of grabbed in certain areas where you don't have hair. You can just softly brush it out. So we have a little permanent makeup left, which is nice because it gives us that structure still. So I'm going to see if we're starting where we need to. I could probably pull it over just a tad from here. So right about here, you can see we're going to just follow what we have here because we don't want to recreate that, but we can definitely give a little bit more structure in the front. The soft gray is really nice because it matches perfectly what's going on with the pigment from the permanent makeup. So we are going to just give a little bit more intensity to the fading color here. Maybe give just a little bit of that base that I love to do right here underneath the brow. Checking on this side, see we are starting, I can see a little bit of fading of pigment right there. It's perfect. We'll need a little bit more of the arch right here. I'll just make a little notation to do a little higher there. And then we're going to follow the pigment coming out here already. So again, the technique is a light stroke coming up like you're following the hair. So basically you're just giving it that nice little structure. Need that to go up just a little bit. So I brought this up just a little bit because, again, we always have two different brows. Her left brow here, a little bit more rounded. This one was a little bit more straight. So I just wanted to see if I could curve it just a little bit more with arching it. So it looks a little bit more similar, but they're never going to be the same. So you need to save yourself time in trying to make them the same, because that's the beauty of having asymmetrical face, right? They're never going to be the same. I'm using my Just Peachy color corrector. This is going to neutralize out all of the grays, blues when you wake up and you're like, wait, what's happening? So you're going to see the magic happen when you use Just Peachy. The color corrector is really important for women over 40 because you have this redness, purples underneath the eye here. You want to neutralize that out before you go in with your concealer. Your concealer is going to be working so hard and you're going to get frustrated that you see that pigment coming through if you don't use a color corrector. I just have a couple little pigmentation spots that I'm going to cover also, right, just like this. I'm going to take my angled concealer brush. I'm going to work this in underneath the eye. I'm going to take my creamy concealer in light and I'm going to just add this right over the Just Peachy. I'm going to take it in these just like little dots. Now I created this tip of the concealer as a dome, so it holds most of the product at the tip, so you can get into those little areas that we have, like those little crevices. I wanted you to be able to have a lot of control when you use the concealer and not feel like it had too big of a dome and you had way too much product on the skin. I'm just going to go back with my angled concealer brush. I'm going to work this in. I'm going to be taking my serum foundation in light medium. This is a really beautiful serum, very, very lightweight. It is buildable. It's fragrance free. I use a little bit more because I'm using the brush, but if you're using your fingers, you really need about 4 dots on your skin. And I would start in your complexion area and then move it out. So you're really just concentrating on the T-zone and then moving it out. It's just a really beautiful, soft, pretty look to the skin. It's very movable. Your skin feels lightweight, but you get that beautiful coverage. I'm just going to season the brush with my serum foundation, and then I'm going to add it to the skin. Do you see how it feels like silk on the skin?
Mm-hmm.
It's really beautiful. And you decide how much you want to put on the skin. You decide if you want to have more or less. I mean, you really do need a little bit of this product. I'm going to take our brightening powder. I'm just going to set underneath the eyes. And I'm actually going to take first the angled blush brush. I really want to do a T-zone and just really give a nice setting to this serum foundation. We want to add a little color into face, and it was really exciting. We picked out Afterglow, our 3-well palette, what we're going to be doing for the blush, but I'm going to be going in with Coral and Beach House as my lipstick. Now, this is going to come to life because Amy has orange glasses that are just super funky and so designer-esque, which I love. And she has a scarf that's the same color. So when she walked in, I said, oh my gosh, do you have our Beach House? And I don't think she does. She has the Coral lip liner, but this is going to come together. I think it's going to be so beautiful with Rewrite the Rules. So we have that really nice gray palette. We have a punch to the lips. I think it's going to make her feel very glamorous. So let's line the lips. So what I'm going to do with the top lip here, I don't want it to dip down like that. I'm just going to go right across and connect it to the other Cupid's bow right here. So you can see I'm not overlining the lip. I'm connecting it. So I want this to be poutier. I want it to be more modern. I don't want it to dip down. Now, if you love that look of having, the peaks, and then go for it. But I have had so many requests when I'm doing my clients' lips that they really love that poutier look, and that's why I do it. I think it's really nice. I don't do it all the time, but I think it's a really nice way to give an enhancement to your lips without overlining. So I'm just filling in a little with the lip liner. Make sure lipstick lasts longer. I'm taking my concealer lip brush. So you have a brush on one end that you can use for lip or concealer. It's up to you. And then you just pull this out on the other side and you have a very pointy, precise lip brush, which is beautiful. So we're going to take our Beach House lipstick. Going to give beautiful, nice contouring with our creme brulee. It's a hybrid bronzer. I wanted you to feel comfortable using a bronzer so you have cream and the bronzer together. So it's not going to be too much. It's going to really go on like silk on the skin. It has shea butter in it, so it's really nice and illuminating to the skin. I'm going in with our Afterglow. So beautiful. Something a little bit different. I don't think you have this palette, no. So you have a choice. You have 3 different colors. You can mix them all together, use 1, use 2, it's up to you. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 2 colors here, and I basically tap back and forth. It has a little creme brulee still on the brush, which is okay. Lots of beautiful mixtures. I'm going to have you just smile. So I had said, I'm going to go back to the eyeshadow after we finish so I can see where we are. So that's a really good tip, ladies, is that if you want to go darker, you want to have more glam, but you're not sure, do all of your makeup and then assess. Like, I have my color on my lips, I have my cheeks. Okay, could I go a little bit deeper? Can I play up the eyes a little bit more? And then add, so you don't feel like you overloaded the eyes and then nothing else is matching. So I'm just going to go into the darkest color. Now I'm going to be using my tapered blending brush. So I'm going to just roll it into the product a little bit. It is very pigmented, so you have to be careful. You don't want to go overboard. But what I want to do is I want to play up the eyes a little bit more. So I'm going to add the pigment very carefully right here and go up into that crease, and I'm going to blend it after. So I want to intensify this area here because this is a glam look. It should be a little bit darker. So we're going to keep it like that because I'm going to blend it in with our eyeshadow blending brush. So I'm taking my eyeshadow blending brush. This is a very soft, kind of light brush. It's not a dense brush, so it's going to really nicely move the eyeshadow around, but not take it off. So what I'm doing, you can see, I'm just doing like a little windshield wiper, really very soft pressure, because I don't want that to really move too much around. I want it to stay there. I still want it to be pigmented, but I just want it to be a little bit more intense. Now I can do that after I have the concealer and foundation on because I don't have a lot of fallout with my eyeshadows. So if you have a shadow, if you've seen a lot of my beauty videos where I've used shadows where I was like, whoa, we didn't know we were gonna have so much fallout. I couldn't do that because I would have to clean up. Even if I put powder on, I just don't like that muddied look. So that's important. If you're using a palette that you know has a lot of fallout, this wouldn't be a good idea. You want to make sure that you're keeping that shadow tight on the eyes and not having it fall down. So for my final step, I'm going to take a little Manifest and Glow. This is a great mantra. This is why it's a golden, really beautiful sheen. And it goes on, it looks great on any lipstick if you want to just add this on any, but it's just going to give you that little extra. And that's exactly what we do here on the channel, is that we manifest what we want as women, and then we glow from within because we know exactly our intentions. And that's just a little, it's just a little positive lip gloss for you. I mean, that's just really my intention when I created it. So my last step is going to be my Chantecaille Rose Mist. We're going to just hydrate the face afterwards. Keep your eyes closed. Now, ladies, I wanted you to see how fabulous Amy's glasses were. She brought this beautiful scarf, and this is what really started to create the whole look. So I'm going to have, even though it's reflective, I want you to see her glasses that she wears. So put these on. So we have the look coming together with the Beach House lipstick. I thought this was so beautiful. And you're going to be able to see her eyes through the glasses. This really beautiful look that you can see. So a lot of you ask me, like, how do you do makeup for eyeglasses? I have videos on that in my library, but this is a really great example that she has these really just personality glasses. I love them. I might have to steal this glass look, this eyeglasses look. And then she has the scarf that I just thought would be beautiful too. It has a little black and white in it. She is actually wearing one of the outfits that I have shown, I think 2 years ago. I showed it in more of that cream color. It's on Amazon. It's the most comfortable. It's super affordable. And it looks stunning on her. Say we did it like this. I'm just giving, we're not styling her right now, but you have a little bit of that orange popping out. And this is just such a beautiful kind of way to style yourself with the makeup, wearing gray shadows, wearing a punchy lip, because you want to incorporate your style and pull those colors, you know? I mean, maybe we had it come down a little bit more, so you only have like the orange at the top here. It's fabulous. So I'm going to show you what you look like and see what you think. Glasses on and glasses off, so you can really see.
Oh, wow. Looks wonderful. It's beautiful. Oh, it's awesome. Thank you.
You look so, you're radiating with that. The afterglow looks so great. That was a really good choice for you. If you were going to give me advice at 48 and you're 71, what would it be?
My mantras: trust the journey. It absolutely will not fail. And never ask yourself, why did this happen to me?
Why did it happen for me?
For me.
Okay.
Because there's always a reason. And always be grateful and humble, which is a lot of my lessons along the way.
Thank you. I'm so excited that you made the trip from Kentucky. I'm very excited to have you here and share your journey. And such an important month for us to really help women be aware of not putting off the mammogram. None of us love it. We don't like it, and it's very stressful. But really bringing that forward and letting women know that they're being proactive with their health. they're in control and not allowing fear to be in control of their life.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy you came and really, kicked off this month of awareness and really being here, sharing your journey, sharing your fabulous story and your fabulous style. Very excited. And ladies, until my next video, we'll see you later. Thank you for being a part of this Fierce Aging series, ladies. If you love this kind of content, celebrating age, seeing women from all over the world, please like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. We're so excited to see you on the next one.